In 1645, Miyamoto Musashi, Japan's most legendary swordsman, wrote the Book of Five Rings, divided into 5 sections: earth, water, fire, wind, and void. Each book is written to provide instructions, teaching a vital element of strategy. The Book of Earth sets the foundation, teaching clarity and understanding of the world. The Book of Water teaches adaptability and precision. The Book of Fire focuses on the dynamics of conflict and action. The Book of Wind critiques rigid schools of thought and warns against narrow approaches. Lastly, the Book of Void speaks to intuition and seeing beyond the tangible, a very important part of Musashi's philosophy. Together, these books present the way of strategy, applicable not just to combat, but to all endeavors. At the core of this work are the 9 rules presented in the Book of Earth as the cornerstone of Musashi's teachings. Musashi writes, "Do nothing which is of no use," urging his students to cut away distractions and act with intention. Here are the 9 rules of the Book of Five Rings. Rule number 1. Do not think dishonestly. The foundation of a warrior's strength lies in their integrity. Dishonesty poisons the soul and clouds the mind. Avoid deceiving others, but more importantly, never deceive yourself, for it is the greatest betrayal. Honesty sharpens your perception, allowing you to see truth clearly in the world around you. Lies, even small ones, weaken your resolve and create cracks in your discipline. Speak and act with authenticity, for this breeds trust and respect among comrades and opponents alike. In the battle and in life, dishonesty leads to poor decisions and flawed strategies. Clarity is your ally. When you think with truth in your heart, your actions will follow with unwavering strength. Rule number 2. The way is in training. The path to mastery is not found in idle contemplation, but in relentless practice and discipline. Train every day, whether in the sword, the brush, or the spirit, for consistency builds excellence. Through repetition, your body and mind will act as one, forming instinctive precision. Respect your training, even when it is arduous, for it reveals your weaknesses and forges your strengths. The way is endless. See training as a companion, not a destination. Without training, understanding remains shallow, and skill becomes brittle when tested. Embrace discomfort in practice, for it prepares you to face challenges with courage and composure. Rule number 3. Become acquainted with every art. A warrior must broaden their understanding, for the wisdom of other arts enhances mastery of their own. Study music to learn rhythm. Study painting to understand form. Each art contains lessons for the sword. By exploring the unfamiliar, you cultivate adaptability and sharpen your mind. The interplay of arts teaches balance, for strength lies in knowing when to press and when to yield. Do not confine yourself to one path, for all arts share the same universal principles. Mastering other arts tempers arrogance, reminding you that knowledge is infinite. Respect every discipline, for they are each a mirror reflecting the spirit of the world. Rule number 4. Know the ways of all professions. A warrior who understands the crafts of others sees the world with clarity and depth. Study the farmer who cultivates patience. Study the merchant who balances risk and gain. In knowing the ways of others, you grasp how they think, and this insight becomes a weapon. Each profession holds lessons in strategy, whether it is the architect's precision or the sailor's adaptability. Do not dismiss any vocation as lesser. Every craft reveals the essence of perseverance. Mastery in battle comes from understanding the harmony between the sword and the world. When you know the ways of others, you see the patterns that connect all things. Rule number 5. Distinguish between gain and loss in worldly matters. Do not be ensnared by greed, for the pursuit of material gain clouds the spirit. Understand what is truly valuable. Strength of character, wisdom, and honor outweigh gold. A warrior must see clearly the balance between effort and reward, and act with discernment. Loss is inevitable in life, but through loss, one gains resilience and insight. Never cling to fleeting victories or despair over temporary setbacks. Both are illusions. Let worldly matters serve you, not the other way around. Maintain control over your desires. True gain lies in mastering oneself. All else is merely the shifting tide of fortune. Rule number 6. Develop an intuitive judgment and understanding for everything. Logic and reason are vital, but intuition is the essence of mastery. Train your instincts by observing the world deeply and reflecting upon your experiences. In battle, a split-second decision guided by intuition can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Do not fear mistakes. Intuition grows stronger when forged in the fire of failure. Seek balance between thought and feeling, for true understanding arises from their union. Develop a sense of timing, for intuition often whispers when to act and when to hold back. Trust your inner wisdom, but temper it with humility and a willingness to learn. Rule number 7. Perceive those things which cannot be seen. The most powerful forces in life are invisible. Like the wind, their presence is felt, not seen. Look beyond appearances to discern the intentions and emotions of others. Train your awareness to sense danger or opportunity before they fully manifest. The unseen often shapes the seen. Understand this, and you will master the flow of events. Quiet your mind, for only in stillness can you perceive the subtle and elusive. Trust the weight of silence, for it often carries truths louder than words. To perceive the unseen is to wield foresight, a weapon sharper than any blade. Rule number 8. Pay attention even to trifles. Great victories often hinge on small details. A neglected trifle can lead to ruin. Discipline yourself to observe everything, for the insignificant holds hidden significance. Sharpen your focus, for even the smallest ripple reveals the depth of the water. In the sword and in life, precision arises from attentiveness to the seemingly minor. By honoring small tasks, you prepare yourself for great challenges. Neglect nothing. Every element, no matter how trivial, contributes to the whole. Mastery is achieved not through grand gestures, but through meticulous attention to every facet. Rule number 9. Do nothing which is of no use. A warrior's time and energy are precious. Do not squander them on meaningless pursuits. Ask yourself if each action serves your purpose. If not, discard it without hesitation. Efficiency is not laziness, but the mark of one who values their path. Avoid idle chatter and frivolous distractions, for they dilute your focus and strength. Even in rest, choose activities that replenish the body and sharpen the spirit. Simplicity is not emptiness, but clarity. Do only what aligns with your goals. Each moment is a chance to advance along the way. Do not waste it. Miyamoto Musashi, the greatest swordsman in Japan's history, wrote his teachings of strategy back in 1645 in the Book of 5 Rings. This text is divided into 5 books, each teaching essential lessons on mastery. The Book of Earth teaches clarity and understanding. The Book of Fire reveals conflict and action. The Book of Wind warns against rigidity and narrowness. The Book of Void speaks to intuition and perception. Lastly is the Book of Water. Water is formless, adapting to whatever contains it. It teaches how to flow, adjusting your stance, your spirit, and your technique to meet any challenge. To fight like water is to move effortlessly between offense and defense, to be calm yet decisive, concealing your intentions while reading those of your opponent. Miyamoto Musashi says, "The battlefield exists wherever you are." These are the principles of Musashi's Book of Water. Maintain posture in all times. Combatants will often push their head and legs forward, but leave their body behind. To shrink before adversity is to invite defeat. The way you carry yourself in posture mirrors how you stand in life. Slouched shoulders reveal doubt. An unsteady stance invites collapse. Do not allow yourself to be pushed around by external forces. Root yourself firmly, whether in battle or in daily affairs, and let nothing shake your resolve. A warrior stands tall, even when the storm howls around him. Even in retreat, even in rest, even in waiting, your posture must remain. If you allow weakness into your stance, it will seep into your mind, and soon after, into your sword. Contesting height is to stubbornly infiltrate the enemy's space without shrinking your body in the slightest. Have absolute precision in all actions. You must strike with power, speed, and no warning. A single stroke of the sword can determine life or death. So too, a single decision can change the course of your fate. There must be no hesitation, no waste in movement or thought. When you act, do so with full commitment, as if your blade cannot miss. Doubt weakens the strike, while precision gives you dominion over any situation. Train your hand, train your mind. Cut without wavering. Even in small matters, precision must be absolute. If your hands are careless while pouring tea, they will be careless when gripping your sword. Your first action must be decisive and confident. Adapt instantly to changing conditions. You must read the rhythm of the enemy. Flexibility and adaptability are not signs of weakness, but of strength. The ability to shift tactics when faced with adversity is what separates those who survive from those who are overwhelmed. No two encounters are the same. If you cling to fixed plans, you will be caught off guard when circumstances shift. A warrior does not resist change. He flows with it, like water filling the shape of its container. Be alert, adjust your stance, and strike where the opening appears. Victory belongs to those who do not hesitate when the path before them shifts. If your opponent steps where you expect him to, your strike will land. If he moves elsewhere, your strike must already be there, waiting. Do not fear change. Recognize that true strength lies in your capacity to adjust. Know the mind of your opponent. When you understand your opponent's mindset, you can manipulate their actions. If you sense fear or hesitation, you can capitalize on it with an aggressive push. The true swordsman does not merely react, he predicts. Every opponent, every adversity, every person before you reveals their intent if you learn to observe. Watch their stance, their breathing, their words. Everything tells a story. At the same time, guard your own thoughts carefully. If you become an open book, your enemy will read the page before you turn it. Even silence speaks. Even a still blade reveals a warrior's intent. Learn to listen to what is unspoken, to see what is unseen. Engage all and sundry, and know their minds. Study this technique well. Do not allow emotion to dictate action. It is crucial to remain balanced, both physically and mentally. Anger makes your sword heavy. Fear dulls your reflexes. Arrogance blinds your vision. Emotions must serve your intent, not rule over you. In battle and in life, let your mind remain clear as still water, unmoved by ripples. A distracted mind will cause hesitation in your body and impair your timing. A calm warrior sees every move before it happens, while an emotional one swings wildly in darkness. Do not let the enemy within defeat you before the enemy without. An opponent who controls your emotions controls your blade. If he can make you angry, he has already won half the battle. Master the art of patience and rhythm. The rhythm of combat must be mastered to flow with the timing of your opponent. Patience is discipline, not a passive state of waiting. It is the ability to maintain focus and dedication over time, allowing your growth and mastery to unfold at its own pace. A swordsman who rushes his strike exposes himself to a fatal counter. A man who rushes through life without understanding its rhythm is no different. Patience is not mere waiting. It is readiness, discipline, and control. Just as the river does not force its way over stone, but wears it down in time, you must wait for the precise moment when your strike will be most effective. Impatience leads to wasted moments, to fatigue, to openings that did not need to exist. Understand the cadence of all things, whether in swordplay, in conversation, or in life itself, and act only when the rhythm is yours to command. A blade swung too early cuts nothing. A step taken too late finds no ground. Understand timing in all things, and victory will come naturally. Train hard and investigate ways to master this. Stay unmoved by distractions. A distracted mind will cause hesitation in your body and impair your timing. Distractions are the weapons of those who cannot defeat you directly. They seek to pull your mind from the task at hand, to weaken your focus, to create an opening where none exists. Even if the enemy tries to unsettle you, remain steadfast and continue on your path. You must remain unmoved, like a mountain before the wind. In combat, in work, in life, do not let the noise around you dictate your actions. The swordsman who turns his head at the sound of a shout will never see the blade that strikes him. A mind that chases distractions is already defeated before the first blow is struck. The one who remains steady while others waver is the one who controls the outcome. Seek victory over yourself, not just over others. Seek victory today over the self of yesterday. Defeating an enemy is a fleeting victory. Defeating yourself, your weaknesses, your doubts, your limitations is the true battle. Each day, you must bring improvement, or else it is wasted. Do not compare yourself to others, for their path is not yours. Instead, look inward and sharpen yourself daily, like a blade honed to perfection. Tomorrow, conquer your shortcomings, and then build your strong points. A warrior who seeks only to surpass others will one day find himself without an opponent. A warrior who seeks to surpass himself will never know stagnation. The true warrior seeks mastery not over others, but over himself.